This is a story called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It's autumn and a strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Can you see it? Will it be able to keep up with the others? Where are they going? Can you blow like the wind? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Can you see it here? Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds still fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. I think it's right here. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. Can you blow like the wind again? But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. I think it's here. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It's hot and dry, and the seeds cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. I think the tiny seed is here. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down onto the ground. A bird comes by and eats one of the seeds. The tiny seed is not eaten, and so small that the bird doesn't see it. I think it's here. Now it's winter. After the long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. The snow falls and covers them like soft white blanket. Oh, a hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse doesn't see it. Now it's spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It's spring. The birds fly by. The sun shines. Rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they're not seeds anymore. They're plants. First they send the roots down to the earth. Then the little stems, leaves begin to grow towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plant. It's a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant here dies. The tiny seeds hadn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late, hurry! But finally it does start to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants and he runs along and oh, whoops, he breaks one. Now it cannot move anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbour's grown even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now a flower. What's happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to his friend. It's summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it. The rain waters it. Its many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It's taller than the trees. It's taller than the house. And now a flower grows on it. Can you see? People come from far and near to look at the flower. It's the tallest flower they've ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come to visit. They've never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days go shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. I wonder if our sunflower seeds will grow into a big, big, tall flower. Shall we wait and see?